All right, next up we
Uh,
got a new song. It came out in the last few months, definitely this year. This is the artist Conway the Machine featuring Method Man, and the song is called Lemon.
Lemon squeeze. Go to my brother Conway and Method Man. Lemon squeeze, lemon squeeze. Who would think, man, Method Man is up for the verse of the year right now, man. Method is up for verse of the year, man. That lemon squeeze, man. CNN, watching CNN. I forgot what he said, man. You can't even see CNN.
Capone and Noriega watching CNN. Black whip, black tents, y'all ain't seeing that. It's Con and Meth, spread the word, boy, you're seeing them. No seeing them, these rappers in the scope, you're never seeing them.
All right, so I think that that's a pretty good Meth verse. I mean, Meth is an older artist, and it's kind of cool to see him keeping up with the times and
yeah.
putting something out recently. Let's talk about the rhymes here. Let's go over this. What is he talking about here? Let's check it out. First, I'm gonna read them. Capone and Noriega watching CNN. Black whip, black tint. Y'all ain't CNN. It's Con and Meth. Spread the word, boy. You seeing them. No seeing them. These rappers in the scope, you'll never seeing them. All right, now, so
Right.
can you break this down, man? What is Meth talking about here in these bars?
All right, so to start off the rhyme at the end of the first sentence, we got CNN, which is the cable news network, I think is what it stands for. It's a popular news channel, basically. Okay, so this is the rhyme that he's going to carry it through the whole verse, which Josh will get into how he carries that on.
CNN is a classic rap group that features Capone and Noriega.
Oh, okay, CNN, so it has a double meaning then.
Exactly. With Noriega, when he came out, well, I don't know if he came out by himself at first, but originally it was Capone and Noriega, and the group was called CNN.
Oh, okay, so we're watching CNN in two ways then. So we're talking about the group and kind of like the way you might watch the news, right?
Exactly.
To catch up on both of the sides of that. Okay, I like that. So then he goes on to talk about Black Whip. Now, the whip, what's a whip in this case?
Well, whip is a common term, at least it used to be a common term for a car.
For
so
a car.
nice whip, or you could even use it as a verb to whip. I'm whipping on a Accord.
Whipping, yeah, would be you're driving your car, right? What do you, if someone asks the question, what are you whipping? It could be like, what are you driving? What kind of car do you drive?
That's a nice whip.
So that's if you say, someone says that's a nice whip, it means that's a nice car. So this is like some slang here. Of course, the next one, you say black tint. So the tint on the windows means you can't see in. So that's where we get the last line. Y'all ain't seeing in. Okay? We have a little contraction there. It's Con and Meth, spread the word, boy, you seeing them. So spread the word. So the reason I thought of CNN, the news network first, is because of this line, because spread the word is like giving the news. Let people know something, spread the word. It's like to relay news or something that some information that you have. And then we have you seeing them. So Con and Meth, that's referring to them. M is just basically a contraction for them in this case. Okay. And then the last line, no seeing them. So we repeat that. These rappers in the scope, you'll never see an M. So at the last line, we have the last, wrapping it up with the M, CNN, seeing them, seeing them. What is the M in this last part, Josh?
For me, I mean, I think it means probably million. It's like you guys are never going to be as successful as us. You never see an M.
Never, yeah.
But the part before this, when he says no seeing them, right? What does it mean if you can't see somebody? Like, you're not seeing me in this. Like,
if you can't see somebody, it means you can't compete with them. Or if I tell you, you're not seeing me in this game, you're not seeing me in soccer, or you're not seeing me in baseball, it means basically that I am more competitive or I'm at a higher level than you are in that activity, right? So that's a good point. These rappers in the scope, I was also thinking in the scope could mean a play on Interscope, which is a record label. And people say that if you sell out to a record label, you don't make as much money. So maybe in that case, that's why you'll never see a million. If you sell your music to a record label, could be another double meaning at the end to wrap up the verse, right?
A lot going on here, man. A lot going on with the wordplay.
Yeah.
All right, so let's check out these rhyme patterns here. This is a lot of E like she vowel, and then kind of unstressed kind of syllabic N or syllabic M or reduction. So if you check out the first line with CNN, right? C here is that E like she vowel, and CNN, and then that's a syllabic N, unstressed. He's using it in an unstressed way. Second line, CNN, same thing, E like she vowel, and again, this is an unstressed syllable with an N sound, kind of like a syllabic N. The N just takes over, so it matches that rhythm pattern of stressed she, unstressed N. 2 lines down, seeing them, again, E like she vowel, and then we have the unstressed pronoun them, which Nasifa explained is a shortened or reduced version of them, THEM, and that's a really common way to speak, even in casual, regular speech. If you check my channel, there's a lot of examples of this. We call it disappearing H. So we have E like she stressed with M, which is really similar to the syllabic N as well. Again, C and M, he uses this twice, but it's in different contexts. And then C and M, he kind of changes it a little bit because he emphasizes this M and he makes it stressed, but it's still the same sound with the E like she and the M. So he's kind of using a lot of the same sounds in different contexts all together here in one song.
And the rhythm and along with the beat and the rhythm, it really makes it like, when you're listening to it and vibing, like you're really feeling it. It makes you like want to rewind and listen to what he just said again, because you're like, damn, did I understand everything correctly? Because as you can see, or as we kind of explained, there's a lot of double meanings, and that's what you see a lot in hip hop, which can make it really difficult for people to understand some of what they're saying, because there's a lot of cultural reference too. But I think this is a good song to break down because there's a lot to look at, right?
The elements of dope rhymes.
Yeah.